Welcome back, everybody. This is one of the clutches that I have been waiting to cut. This is going to be our best chance to hit a ton of lightning pieds. If you're not aware of what a lightning pied is, it's an MJ Exanthic pied, um, not a VPI, not a TSK. I don't know at this point how they've figured out what GCR is, whether it's the same gene or different line. It's a similar gene or what. I don't know how that actually all played out. So it might include GCR. I don't know. But the moniker of Lightning Pied came from Mark Mandic from Marcus Jane Reptiles out of Canada. And Lightning Pieds are MJ Xanthic Pieds. So this is what these are. And there's also potential for them to be Het Clown. So the pairing was a OD Blade Pied, double het MJ Xanthic Clown bred to a Lightning Pied. So, at very worst, everything is Pied het MJ Xanthic. So luckily, I do not need to test for Xanthic. I'm probably going to send these out to test for Clown, but I'm not positive. Sometimes I am on the fence about whether or not that even affects the price, especially in this case. So I might just end up not, because I know they're all MJ Xanthic. So obviously having a triple recessive versus a double makes it a little more appealing. But we'll see. Maybe if they're Xanthic, maybe I test for Clown. Maybe if they're just hets, then I don't worry about it. And right off the bat, we look like we have Xanthic, but I don't know if I can actually get the color for you here. Looks like it's maybe not high white, but yeah, unfortunately, I don't know if you can see at the very top of the egg, top of the screen there, there's a little bit of a saddle, but that one is Xanthic. So, starting off 1 for 1 is fantastic. I should have, there's 8 eggs. This was a proven female for me. So what we're looking at is half of these babies should technically be Xanthic. So we have good odds. Pretty decent odds in this clutch. I think last year she produced, I feel like 6 Xanthics out of her clutches. And I forget how many she produced last year. Maybe she may have produced 10 eggs last year, but she laid twice basically in the span of 12 months. So she was a very good breeder for me. The fact that she laid basically 18 eggs in the course of 12 months was awesome. So I'm very excited to see what we get out of this setup here. Now this one, man, this is gonna be one of those videos where I can't show you a whole lot, but I don't know if you can see another Xanthic. Hopefully you can see at the very top of the egg there where I peel that back, you can see what that is. But we're 2 for 2 with Xanthics, so that's good, because a double visual is going to sell a lot better than a single, because everybody wants the Xanthic Pieds, in my opinion. And anybody that's seen an MJ Xanthic Pied will probably agree that they're definitely the best looking line of Xanthic. So I'm a little biased with that, but I think, from my opinion, from what I've seen from all the different types of Xanthic, they are the way to go. The adults, a couple adults that I had that I raised up, and a couple of the adults that I purchased, just looked fantastic up through adulthood. They didn't brown out at all. This one, it looks like it's not going to be Xanthic, but his head is actually up top there. Maybe he will, but I don't think it will. I think this one's going to end up being a pied with a little bit of color in him. But again, can't see a whole lot there. These aren't coming out real with a lot of pattern that I can see just straight out of the egg, which kind of stinks. I wish they were giving me a little more. I have, I think, and people always ask why I squeeze this out. It just makes it easier when I'm cutting the egg. I usually do it over the garbage can, but I just wanted to kind of show you. The albumin at this point doesn't really serve a purpose. And if you leave too much of it in there when you cut, sometimes it starts to get a little funky, especially if you accidentally bring any sort of bacteria into, which is why I'm wearing gloves right now. It can make them a little funky. I mean, it hasn't really ever affected the snake for me, but a little bit of precaution, never killed anybody. Got another Xanthic. If you can see, there's two nice little stripes going down the back there. That one's gonna be pretty. That one's very, very bright looking, so hopefully that turns out to be maybe OD. If I can make a lot of nice ODs seem to do a really good job of keeping more contrast, and it really does make the white really like kind of super white, and it makes the blacks a little blacker, and it makes them stand out a little more. So I'm hoping. I don't think last year I got very good odds of hitting OD, even though, you win some, you lose some. I think I hit 6 Xanthic Pieds out of 10, which is better odds, and I think I hit a pretty decent amount of Het Pieds or Het Clowns in that clutch too, but I don't think I hit very many OD or any in the visual lightning Pieds, but that was okay because hitting the triple recesses was probably actually more important than hitting the OD. This one, none of these guys are really making it easy to see here. This one looks like it's definitely OD from what I can see. That's like the back of the neck right there, so you can't really see it there. I wish some of these guys were a little situated a little better in their eggs, but they're not. So that's looking like an OD pied. Unfortunately, again, we're probably gonna have to shed test. Well, maybe not. The non-visuals, I'm probably not gonna test for clown because, I don't think it adds a ton of value to the snake at the end of the day when you're trying to sell it. In terms of what the price is going to be, like confirmed Het Clown versus not, when it's just a visual pied versus a visual lightning pied. So I probably will not end up testing those. I will definitely test the lightning pieds because I think that probably makes a giant difference in terms of the value of the snake. Got another lightning pied. This one, oh, the egg sack's kind of in a weird spot, but the yolk sack's like up by its back, which is weird. But this one has some really nice markings on it. If you can see that there, there's a really nice dorsal marking there. So another lightning pied. We are hitting the lightning pied jackpot here. I think if I'm doing my math right, we're already over. We're at 50%, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. Right? Yep. Because we got two non-visuals. So yeah, we're already at 50%. If I could hit 1 or even 2 more, that's fantastic. That'll significantly raise the value of this clutch, which is always what you're looking to do, is make your clutch as valuable as possible. In terms of what's going to occur with this clutch is I will be selling all of them. I will not be keeping them. Obviously, if it's just a plain lightning pied, it's going to sell for cheaper than one of the ones that is Het Clown. All of the pieds will be 100% Het MJ Xanthic, so that would be a cheap way to get into the project. In previous years, people liked the idea of buying a pair of, of the hets, because it was a cheaper way to get in, and you can make your own lighting pieds at a cheaper price. Maybe even buy one of the visuals and pair it up with one of the hets to give you a breeding pair at a cheaper price. I don't know, especially if they're clown. Now I have one other clutch coming. Well, it's already been laid, but that was that same male, the pied double het, bred to a clown double het. So that'll be a better chance of me hitting, hopefully, a clown exanthic, because I have not produced one of those yet, to be honest, which is kind of funny. But I can also make triples out of that clutch. And guess what? Oh, look, we got smiley emoji lighting pied. Look at that. Right in the middle of the back. That's really cool. I like that. It's actually it's not even a smiley face. It's like one of those like no emotion faces, whatever you call that. I'll have to get a picture of that. I'll try to once I turn the camera off. I'll get a picture of it. Maybe that'll be the thumbnail for the video. That's kind of neat. Everybody loves a good emoji. That one will sell. Let's see. Last one. Let's see what we get. Hopefully I get good odds here in my last. This is like my best odds of hitting a lightning pied going forward the rest of the way here. This is, I think, I would guess this is probably what got me a little more attention in the industry, was producing these, because I started kind of producing them and selling them a lot in the US. For a lot of people were. I believe at that time there's maybe one or two people doing it. Obviously it's spread more now, a lot of, because I don't want to toot my own horn here, but I will, because of what I produced and sold out in the out in the US. So it's kind of nice to have these guys as some of my last clutches. Some really nice A+ animals in here. That's a nice, looking like an OD pied with some really funky looking, I don't know if you can see that, there's some really funky looking patterning there in the back of that snake. It's gonna be like a nice patterned OD. So, I mean, the odds in this clutch were, I knocked it out of the park. Well, not knocked it out of the park, but like last year I had better odds than what I should have gotten. So I had 5 lightning pieds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. That works out. And 3 ODs or 3 regular pieds are up here. So there's 5 lightning pieds in here. They're all gonna get tested for het clown, so I will know whether they're regular lightning pieds or het clown. These 3 pieds, they are 100% het MJ exanthic, and they will be sold as pos het clowns. I'm not going to test them and just keep spending money on shed tests. But they will all be available once they get on food. They're all pretty decent sized eggs, so I think that they're all going to be bigger, nice, fatter snakes. So they should be ready sometime mid-late August, I would assume. So, if you're interested, just keep a lookout for what I have coming, and we'll see you guys in the next video.